The shit you're capable of would blow your fucking mind, but not as long as you keep staying stuck in the same story and looking to the past to predict your future outcomes.
How many times have you thought about quitting your job and starting a new life? Hey, I'm Lindsay, the girl who actually did that. And now I'm on a mission to change the 9-to-5 narrative that dreading Monday and working for the weekend is normal and acceptable. My goal is to help you see your potential beyond your credentials, gain clarity on what it means to live life on your own terms, and build the confidence to go after your dream career. I'm here to prove to you that it's possible for you to do work you love, make a positive impact on the world, make even more money than you're making right now, and live a deeply fulfilling life. So let's dive in.
Hello, my beautiful friends. I am so excited for this episode today, okay? And we are going to be talking about how thinking like an accountant is holding you back in your life. And this does not only apply to accountants, okay? But it's just, there's a lot of common thought patterns, which in my opinion are often flawed thought patterns. And maybe it's just because I've been surrounded by a lot of accountants for my college and post-grad years, but I feel like these are such common thinking patterns, even if you're not an accountant. And when it comes to living your dream life and finding your dream career, they are holding you back, girlfriend, okay? And there's really 3 major ways how accountant thinking or logical thinking is holding you back, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about is a question that I get asked so much as I am talking to people, especially on LinkedIn, when I'm talking to accountants, and a lot of you are in the Big Four and you want to get out of the Big Four, you don't love accounting, you want to make a career change, and you are wondering what options are available to you, right? You're looking at your credentials, your degree, whether you have your CPA license, you're looking at your experience, what type of work you did at the Big Four, and you're asking yourself and asking me what options are available to you. And this is a very limited mindset. It's a very limited way of thinking. And ironically, you're not actually going to see all the opportunities that are truly available to you when you are asking this question, right? It really places you in similar to like a victim mode, like I was talking about last week in regards to your student loans, but it places you as if you're just subject to all these external factors rather than placing you in control of your life, in control of your outcomes, and in control of where you can go, right? And you're looking to your credentials and your experience and asking what options are available to me as if you are just dependent on the universe and you have no autonomy in where you take your life and where you take your career. And this is such an accounting way of thinking, and it cracks me up because, like, especially if you're an accountant, it's like we think very logically. We think in terms of like A plus B equals C. Like, okay, I have my master's degree or my bachelor's degree, I have my CPA license, or I don't have my CPA license, I have this many years of experience. So what does that equal? Like, what does that give me? Like, what are my options? And it's like, girl, that's not how it works, right? It's like we want there to be a right answer. You want there to be a right answer. It's like you want me to give you like a multiple choice question of like, okay, So you have your CPA license, you've been working in audit in the Big Four for 3 years, so here are your options. Pick one. Like pick your dream career, pick your next career move. And that's just not how it works. And I know that it stresses you the hell out to think about there not being a multiple choice. Like, what if the options were endless? What if you could go anywhere from here? Your accounting brain is probably freaking out at that thought, because if there's no right answer, then what are you going to do? If you can do anything, what would you do? So instead of asking yourself or asking me what options are available to me, I want you to ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want to do? If you could do anything you want for your career, and you knew you'd be successful, and you knew that you would make as much money as you want to make, what would you choose to do? And then if you don't believe whatever you just thought of was possible for you, why not? Because I'm telling you, no matter how crazy it seems, it's possible for you. But it will never be possible for you until you believe that it is. Until you get yourself out of your accounting brain and realize that your opportunities are endless. And it's not a matter of what options are available to you. It's a matter of what opportunity do you want to go out and get. Okay, so that's the first way that your accounting brain is holding you back. And the second thing, which I think is so huge, and I myself have struggled a lot this past year with getting out of this mindset and not letting it hold me back, okay? And that is, as accountants, and just as a lot of humans, naturally, I think, we are very focused on looking to past results to predict future outcomes, right? Like, you look to the past and you analyze what happened in the past and use that to predict what will happen in the future, right? This is just like basic financial analysis. Like, you look to last year's numbers and you use them to predict next year's numbers, right? And it seems so basic and it seems so logical, but you guys, that is not how the world works. Your circumstances and your outcomes do not have to be dependent on the past at all. And this can be literally in terms of numbers, in terms of money, which I will talk about, but also just in terms of your life and the results that you're seeing in every area of your life, and your happiness and your relationships and just everything. Like, we so often stay stuck in the same story and the same habits and the same patterns because we just believe that the past is just an indication of the future and that that's just how it is. I think one of my favorite stories that I hear from people, or at least that I used to when I was back in college and studying for the CPA exams, is when you say, I'm just not a good test taker, right? And maybe you didn't do well in school, or maybe there was a really big exam, like a CPA exam, that you failed. And so you've been telling yourself for years that you're just not a good test taker. Let me guess how that's been serving you. You probably don't do well on tests. And you think that that's just more evidence of the objective fact that you're not a good test taker, but that's not an objective fact. That's a story that you are choosing to tell yourself and to continue living in and to continue repeating that pattern over and over again. And so you keep looking to the past and all the tests that you failed as evidence of, I'm not a good test taker and I'm probably just going to fail the next one. And then, of course, that's what happens if that's your mentality. And it just repeats. And you're never going to be able to move through those blocks and level up into your highest self and into your true potential as long as you stay stuck in that story and keep looking to the past to predict your future outcomes. But the truth is, you can decide to change your story at any moment. Okay? Maybe you are broke. Maybe you feel broke. Maybe you can never get ahead with money. Expenses are always coming up for you. You can never save enough money. You always just say screw it and impulse spend, and you're just that girl who will never get ahead with finances and who will always be struggling to make ends meet. And that's your story. Because in the past, that's what's been happening. That's what's been true for you. And here's the thing, when you just are looking at your past saving or spending habits, at your past results, it feels impossible to ever get ahead with money. But what if your ability to make money and save money and create wealth and become a millionaire wasn't restricted by your past story and your past behavior and your past habits? What if you could decide today, right now, that you're no longer going to be the broke girl, that you're going to figure your shit out and you're going to start saving money and you're actually going to get ahead with your finances today, moving forward? And what if everything you've done in the past had absolutely nothing to do with your future outcomes? Like, imagine if you just got amnesia today and you didn't even have the past to look back on. How much more do you feel like you would believe in yourself? What would you believe that you can accomplish? Would you believe that you could pass your next exam? Would you believe that you can start saving money and get ahead with your finances? Would you believe that you can start making more money in your business? Would you believe that you can have a fulfilling career? Would you believe that you can do anything you want to do with your career? And you guys, just to put numbers on this, to satisfy your accounting brain real quick, while at the same time proving it wrong. I know someone who went from making literally $1,000 a month to making $18,000 a month the next month, and is now making $50,000 a month less than a year later. And if she had just stayed stuck in her story and believed that her $1,000 months were an indication of her future results, then she would never be where she is now. She would never have hit a 50K month. So you need to get out of this pattern of looking to the past to predict the future. The shit you're capable of would blow your fucking mind, but not as long as you keep staying stuck in the same story and looking to the past to predict your future outcomes. So that stops now, sis. You can change your story today and move forward as if your past never even happened. All right. The third and final way that your accounting brain is holding you back is because you are overthinking and overanalyzing everything. Oh my gosh, this one kills me, okay? And I get it. Like, we are so taught to think things through before we make decisions, and we want to talk things through with everybody that we know before we make any major decisions in our lives, and we want to make sure that we have approached it from all angles and we've considered all the options and all the possibilities before we take any action, right? But here is what I've learned. If I know nothing else, I know this. You will never think your way into your dream life. Only messy action can get you there. And here's why. Everything that I just said. Because on paper, a lot of things seem impossible that are actually possible. So if you sit here and try to do a cause-benefit analysis of every single decision that you ever make, then you're going to choose to not make a lot of decisions that could have changed your life. And yeah, maybe by not doing the cause-benefit analysis, you'll make some poor decisions, some decisions that don't work out. But guess what? You're going to get so much further in life by just taking messy action and learning by doing. And are you going to make some mistakes and some things are going to fail and some things are going to cost you money and not go as planned? Yes. But that person who's out there trying 100 different things and failing at 99 of them is still further than the person who doesn't take the first step because they're scared they'll fail. Our brains are so conditioned, I think, to prioritize a logic over intuition. And I think even though all of us have that intuition, right? On some level, on some sense, we all have that. It's just a matter of whether we're choosing to listen to it or not. And the thing is, a lot of times, our intuition does not follow logic. And when that happens, we tend to lean toward logic, right? But here's the problem with wanting to fully think things through before acting and before making a decision. The longer that you are thinking about something, you're probably just going to think yourself out of it because you are giving your fear a chance to step in and a chance to take over. When you're talking about a major life decision like making a career change or really anything that involves any level of uncertainty, there's going to be fear because our brains don't like uncertainty. That's the epitome of an accounting brain is we want there to be a right answer and we want to know the right answer and we want to make sure we've thought everything through so that there's no level of uncertainty. But that's not how life works, sis. If you're going to accomplish big things and live your dream life, you have to be willing to take a risk on something at some point, which means you're going to be scared, okay? That's just a fact. And when you are in fear, your brain is going to rationalize every tiny reason to not do something that is scary. So the longer you're thinking about it, that's just the longer you're giving your fear a chance to take over and convince you not to do the thing that could change your fucking life. Because it is so easy to find a logical reason, which is really just an excuse, to not do something that scares us or to not do something that would push us outside our comfort zone. Like, this is all of you who use busy season as an excuse to not do any of the things that you don't normally want to do. Like working out. And you're like, it's busy season, I don't have time to work out. And your brain just thinks that that's a logical reason to not work out. But really it's just an excuse. Because if you really wanted to, you could find a way to work out during busy season. And I know that because I did it. I worked out 5 days a week, even during busy season. Okay? You guys, there were so many points in time at the end of 2018 when I made the decision I wanted to quit my job and that I wanted to become a fitness coach. There were so many decisions that I basically forced myself to make without thinking them through because I knew that if I took the time to think about it, I would not do it. And I knew it was what I needed to do. Exhibit A, quitting my job. I was freaking terrified. So you know what I did to make sure that I couldn't back out of that decision? On Monday morning, I sent my partner an email and I said that I had something I wanted to talk to her about. And I asked if we could meet that day, that morning. And I just hit send on that email before I could think myself out of it. Like, I could have spent literal months just talking myself out of quitting my job and rationalizing it as thinking things through, air quotes. But really it would just be me giving my fear a chance to give me an excuse to not do it because I was freaking terrified. But you have to recognize that your fear is going to stop you from doing the thing that you need to do most. And you have to have that level of awareness to do it anyway and not give your fear a chance to take over and continue to hold you back and keep you stuck in the same place that you've been in for months or maybe years. Just imagine, what if you just listened to your intuition? What if you just put all logic aside and listened to the voice that's telling you you're made for more? The voice that knows you're capable of achieving your dreams and doing big things, and that happiness and fulfillment and abundance is available to you. What if you listen to that voice instead of your accounting brain and your fear brain that are holding you back and keeping you stuck? Is it going to be scary and uncomfortable as shit? Yeah. But is it going to change your life? Yes. And you will never change your life as long as you are only listening to logic, as long as you are focused on the past, and as long as you are asking yourself the question, what options are available to me? That is how you are keeping yourself so stuck and not able to achieve your dreams and live the life you really want to be living. So if you are feeling stuck in your job right now, maybe you're an accountant and you feel so unfulfilled by your work. You dread going to work every day. Sunday scaries hit hard every week, and you so want to be doing something that you actually look forward to and that feels meaningful and brings you a sense of purpose. If that's you, and you know you're made for more and you have that voice inside of you, but you're scared and you're maybe not sure what you would do instead, you can schedule a free clarity call with me to see how I can help you get clear on the direction that you want to take your career, okay? And to see all the ways that you might be holding yourself back, that your brain is holding you back and keeping you stuck. So whether you have absolutely no idea what you want to do, or if you have an idea of something and you're just not sure if it's realistic, if you can really make it happen, either way, you cannot rely on your accounting brain to get you to your dream life. That's why coaching and having someone to call out the ways that your brain is holding you back is so powerful. And I freaking love these coaching calls. So I'll leave a link in the description where you can go in and book your call. Do not wait, sis, okay? You deserve to be doing work every day that you absolutely love and that lights you up. And that is so available to you once you step out of your accounting brain and step out of your fear. I appreciate you so much for listening today. I believe in you. I know you're capable of big things, and I hope that you do something this week that gets you closer to your dream life.
Hello, my love. If you're loving the podcast and you're currently feeling stuck in a job you hate, I have created something just for you that you can experience for free right now. I remember when I was deep in my quarter life crisis, I would use my commute to work every morning to listen to podcasts and learn everything I could about personal development, about happiness and success, about starting a business, about marketing myself online. Like, I wanted to consume all the content and learn all the knowledge that I could about all the things. And honestly, that's a huge part of why I wanted to start this podcast for you in the first place, to give you that hit of inspiration, motivation, and knowledge every week to help you move through your own quarter life crisis. Which is why I am so excited to share with you that I created an audio course called What to Do When You Hate Your Job. This course includes 8 short audio lessons, I'm talking under 10 minutes each, where I boil down how to navigate this time in your life into short action steps and exercises that you can do right now to get yourself out of a job you hate and start making money doing work you love. The entire course is under an hour long, but it is full of knowledge bombs. I'm telling you, you will feel so motivated and so clear on how to discover your passions and use the things you love to make money. I share insights on overcoming self-doubt and the fear of making the wrong decision, how to find happiness in a job you hate, and how to stop settling in your career and create a more fulfilling life. You can listen to my course right now with your free trial on Listenable. Listenable is an audio platform just like the one you're listening on right now, but instead of podcasts, it has short audio courses from experts on topics like career and success, personal development, productivity, health and fitness, entrepreneurship, and so much more. I'm telling you, if I knew about Listenable back in 2018, it would have been a part of my daily commute for sure. I already know you love podcasts, so I know you're going to love Listenable. The link to my course is kind of long, so I will spare you from having to hear me spell it out, but I left it right in the show notes for you. Go listen to my course, What to Do When You Hate Your Job, with your free trial on Listenable. And if you want to stick around, use code Lindsay Hansen, all one word, all lowercase, for 30% off your Listenable subscription. So one more time, you can click the link in the show notes to listen to my entire audio course with your free trial on Listenable right now.